as we settle into the present moment. This is a very important way of being, to be present. As we focus the mind inwardly, we realize how often we're not focused inwardly. And that's because we are preoccupied and busy attending to the outward things of life. But the inward comes alive with a special way of paying attention. Coming from present moment awareness, we bring that attention to this moment. When we do that, we pay homage to the Buddha. What does that mean? What do you mean? Pay homage to the Buddha. I'm meditating. Exactly. We're paying attention to the truth of things as they are. From the vantage point of present moment awareness. That's homage. That's refuge. That is honoring what is. Not past or future, but honoring what is here now. What we can know. What we can truly experience through knowing, being with, not resisting, not welcoming, but opening up to. And there is a friendliness in that. So it's a welcome, even if it doesn't feel very welcome. It's not like saying, oh, great, I banged the hammer on my finger. No, but we're aware of painful feeling and opening to that experience, to that knowing of it, without fear. So we get to know pain and pleasure, fear and excitement, likes and dislikes, joy and misery. We get to know the extremes, and we pay homage by staying balanced in the middle, just observing and seeing these extremes. And that's what life is. It's extremes undulating. Coming and going throughout our life. In a natural way. The extremes are peaceful. It's only our resistance to them or our attachment to either more or less of whatever is happening that creates our suffering, that leads to the mental pain, which is an add-on. It's like the salt in your food. We add it in. But life is just what it is. Arising, and ceasing on the screen of the mind. The power that we have is through this faculty of present moment awareness. The ability, the power to know. So our meditation practice is this. Staying present and knowing things as they arise, as they fall away. If the mind is experiencing or filling up with thoughts that are disturbing, we let them go one by one. The disturbance only happens when we grab hold with fear and get stuck in a particular aspect of the present moment or a particular feature of it. Like if you have a screen and there's a video playing and you stop the playing at one moment and you fixate on it. But the video of life keeps going. We're just getting stuck on some parts of it with an interpretation coming from this created notion of what we are, that likes or doesn't like. But just to open to the running stream of life and letting it flow through us. Sometimes a torrent. It feels like a tsunami. But that's just what it feels like. There is no tsunami. It's just another moment arising and falling away, as is its nature. So we bear witness to that. And there are also the things that we attach to because we like them so much. We only want that. There's the wanting. That's also grasping the moment, not receiving the flow. But if we pay attention to the wholeness without grasping any of it, then we are following in the Buddha's footsteps, the middle way. It's clear, unsullied, peaceful, pure. In that purification of our way of being with life, with moments, with what arises and passes away, we develop freedom. We just observe. We learn how to free ourselves from grasping any of it because of like or dislike. We know a spiritual joy that is very calming to the chitta. And when consciousness is calm, our ability to know things as they truly are is sharpened. A clarity develops. A piercing clarity. We cut through the deceptions that we've engaged in forever. And the heart opens, begins to melt, just like the wax of a candle melts. And in the melting, there is more light. The flame grows big as we burn our delusion. There's a depth of happiness that accompanies that light. It's a natural joy. Like when you see the sun rise in the morning. Or even when you see it set. To observe and know nature for what it truly is gladdens the heart. So too, it is possible for us to experience that kind of joy when the body begins to disintegrate and fall away. That too can be done peacefully, just being with the process of life. If the mind is serene enough to observe the process without identifying with it, just a falling away, like a leaf that's dried up on the tree, falls down to the earth and becomes dust. And the peace that comes in those moments derives from knowing what we truly are, not the shell of the body, but that light, that truth which it carries and which we can awaken to. In this very life, we can awaken to that. We must awaken to that. Moment by moment, we are waking up to that. That pure presence, which is already here. We just peel away the filters that obscure our vision so that we can know, that we can be in that homage, perfectly present, inwardly aware. So letting go of thought. Thoughts are creations of the mind, just like the waves in the ocean are just turbulence. We become fascinated with the turbulence. Then we don't understand the ocean, which is far beyond those turbulent risings and fallings, the crashings, the disturbance. It's got turbulence in it. But when we go beyond the mind, there is peace, is silent, absolute silence. That is our resting way, our peace way. It's not a highway, it's a peace way. It is a way. It's empty. An emptiness that is full. Awareness itself. Perfection. Here and now. In this awareness. All-knowingness. Boundless. And yet when we know it, there is just an empty screen. There's nothing there. That's right. All that appears to the mind is but fleeting, impermanent, and insubstantial. But when we know the features of the screen, they only point us to what is beyond. We are not those features. We are not the finger pointing to the moon, but we are distracted with the finger. We're distracted with the nimitta, whatever sign appears in the mind. We believe that's who we are. So when thoughts arise and cease, let them go. Stay present to know that which is beyond thought. When the mind grows quiet and we have full present moment awareness of the silence, then we enter another dimension of knowing. Trust that. Give homage to that. Full attention is our homage. Without present moment awareness, we are lost. We are tangled in the world of concepts and ideas of perfection, when what we are really seeking is already here. And there's no where to go. There is no one to be. There is nothing to do. That is homage. Homage is love. It's an unconditional love. To know that is the beginning of knowing what is true, what we truly are, beyond ideas, imagination, fascination, delusion. We must let go what we believe to be true. An explorer gets equipped with ropes and cleats and special gear to climb a high mountain. The mountain is never what you think it is. When you're on the mountain, what you feel, what you see, what you know, the grit that meets the mountain is the reality of what it is. We can't know it until we walk it, live it, taste it, realize it. But the truth is here. We don't have to climb. There's really nothing to realize. It's so intimately with us. But we are like blinded by the world, blinded by our ignorance that we just don't see what is here. And we cannot know what is here until we know it. We cannot know the view from the top of the mountain until we climb it. Once we peel away the delusion, what we've been told, what we believe, what we attach to, peel it away. Explore, investigate more and more deeply into the heart of the present moment. Then we rejoice in the awareness of things just as they are. Not what we thought, but what we are, what is true, truly present, one moment. One all-encompassing reality. So taste the peace in the mind as you sit. Let that peace fill up your heart. It's endless, always present, always within our reach. We must know that and trust that. When we trust that, we're home. We rest in that. We take that into our life to grow it, spread it throughout our daily activities. We carry this presence with us more and more to bless each moment with kindness, with love, with gratitude, and the wisdom that knows this possibility. It's the way of love, loving kindness that doesn't choose one over another of anything. actually. But it chooses us. That's the mystery.